Michael, how can you ensure teachers won't just pass their students just to get a raise?
I can ensure that because I will have a nationwide program to track all of their grades and all of the work they do and hand out and everything.
Okay. Then Tanner, if this reform were to continue, like if you were to improve schools, oh wait, I won't ask you that yet, but how would you improve schools without affecting teachers?
Like, what do you mean improving? Like, what ways?
Like education-based ways, like to make them better
Okay,
environments.
go for like, what's on test, and you like make that more required for like the state test. Like, to make sure the teachers are teaching what's on those tests. And,
All right, and Michael, how would you improve public education?
I would get more informative textbooks and better resources for the students to learn and research topics.
How would you make, or this is to you again, how would you make sure that these schools are following like the procedures like of your specific requirements to make schools better, your methods and stuff?
To make sure they were following my procedures, I would have inspectors go in there like every month, every other month to make sure they're up to date and doing what they're supposed to.
Tanner, if other schools are not following these guidelines, like your procedures, what will be the punishment?
we can tell them that they have to follow the procedures, or they can be turned into like a charter school or something, where the government runs it.
All right, and Michael, how often would you have like the state check up on schools to ensure that?
Like I said, I'd have them check up like every month, every other month.
Tanner, how would you measure the results of success? In other words, what would you do to see, like, to make sure the kids are succeeding?
You can look back to see at the old test scores, see if they're improving.
All right, and Michael, same question goes for you.
I would have like internet tests to have all of the students in the school take that test and individually have their scores together and as a group to see how the school's doing.
Tanner, what persuading techniques would you use to have children get more interested in learning? What would you do to kind of convince them to try?
You can make the topics that they're learning more interesting towards them, like give them topics that they like. For instance, if they're writing papers, let them choose the topic, because then they'll be more interested in it and be able to do it more.
Yeah. And Michael, same question goes for you.
Repeat the question.
What persuading techniques would you use to have children be more interested in learning, to try more?
I would have teachers that make jokes and are cool about stuff actually teach them and have a fun way of teaching instead of just straight read this and learn it.
Right. Michael, if the teachers weren't doing a great job, what would be an alternative without affecting them, hurting them?
If they weren't doing a great job, I would have a co-teacher come in there and help update them on their skills and everything.
All right. Tanner, since you're trying to avoid hurting teachers from through school improvement, what would you do? Would you benefit them or reward them somehow, or would you keep it all the same?
I'd keep it all the same. It's their job to be teaching the students. They should teach them to full potential, do their job.
And Michael, how do you feel about that?
I would give the teachers benefits for the better job they do, the more money and resources they would have.
All right. Tanner, how would your reform affect the students, or in other words, your improvement to the school?
Can you rephrase that?
How would your new procedures affect the students? Michael, could you answer that?
My procedures would help the students by improving their test scores, making them better knowledge, and hopefully getting them into better colleges.
All right. Tanner, how often would you check up on schools to ensure that they're following your procedures?
I would check on them like as much as I can, because I mean, there'd be a lot of schools, so you only be able to do it like, probably like every other week or something. Make sure that scores and everything.
And Michael, how would you plan on funding for better textbooks? Because you said you'd probably get like better textbooks and stuff like that.
I would have like fundraisers, car washes, all of that for the schools individually, and yeah, have the students from that school participate in them.
All right, and then that's just the end of the day.
Yeah.